Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a pretty quick video. This is going to be my third and final update on the Huxwrx Blastphemy. So I first reviewed this device back in probably 2021 when these things first came out, when I was waiting on some of my Huxwrx cans to be approved. You know, way back then we were still waiting like 9 months for ATF approval of our Form 4s. So I got one of these because I had a couple different guns that had Huxwrx muzzle devices on them. I thought it was pretty cool. I wanted to go check it out. And you know, the review probably didn't show it to be very favorable for its purpose or function. And you know, back then I only had 5.56 guns that had flash hiders on them. I later ended up getting a brake and put it on my 18-inch gun. Did another short little video of it. Didn't really notice much of a difference, even in a range that was underneath an overhang. Since time has gone past, I've gotten some breaks and some shorter guns, for not only in 5.56 but also in 7.62 by 3.9. So figured I want to go ahead and try this thing out. You know, a lot of people have commented that these things, you really need to use a brake to find them to be more effective. So like here on my 13-inch Galil, in 5.56, I have a brake, and I also have another 13-inch Galil ACE in 5.56, but it has a flash hider on it. So kind of took advantage of the last time that I went to the range. I was running these guns with a couple different suppressors, and I said, hey, you know what, let me try the Blastphemy. So I took my wife with me as well. So from a shooter's perspective, from a bystander's perspective, I figured I'd be able to get some real feedback. So let me go ahead and drop in a video clip of that. All right, so this is a flash hider. All right, so yeah. You tell me if you hear or notice anything. I'm just gonna let off a couple rounds. I mean, it's loud, right?
Yeah, very, yeah.
I don't know, tell me if you hear a difference with this one and feel it.
Yes, that was intense. Wow, I can feel that in my face. Yeah, that is like very forceful, very loud.
All right, now I'm going to put the Blastphemy on. You tell me if you hear a difference. I definitely feel that.
Yeah, definitely.
There's not as much concussive blast.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go back to this one, do a couple, and then I'm going to put the Blastphemy on. You notice the difference?
Oh,
even?
yeah.
Really?
You don't notice?
Maybe. It's a little harder for me to tell.
Well, I don't notice getting blasted.
And as you can tell or hear from the commentary there between my wife and I, the Blastphemy definitely makes a big difference on the concussive blast when using a Huxwrx muzzle brake. That should probably be common sense. But yeah, on a 13-inch barrel, which is like a mid-length barrel, short but not too short, not long either, like an 18. Say in the 18, like I mentioned, don't really notice much difference even with a brake. But on a shorter gun, if you're going to run a brake and shoot on suppressed, you are going to notice a tremendous difference. For me, even as a shooter, I mean, you feel it just coming back and hitting you in the face and just kind of like rocking your body. Now, even with the flash hider, you saw that, you know, I didn't notice a huge difference. My wife did as a bystander. So I think that's really the purpose with the Blastphemy, is to cut down that concussive blast. You know, when you're using a flash hider without the Blastphemy, it's not even bad. So, but it does make a difference for the bystanders, as you saw in the video there. One last thing I do want to mention about them, is if you didn't know already, when you're using something like a blast diverter here, some people call them flash cans, I think, mistakenly thinking they're going to help with flash. It is a flash maker. It is a fireball maker. You know, obviously, you're going to put this on your muzzle. You're going to be creating kind of a chamber for the gases to get trapped and continue to get ignited. So just know that. It's not really bad in the daytime. You don't really notice it. But once it gets to be dusk, or especially at night, I'll go ahead and drop some video in there. it definitely creates giant fireballs. You're not going to get away from that when using any type of these devices. So just know that. So that's about it. Hope it helps some of you out. I know from my YouTube statistics there, lots of people still search for the Huxwrx Blasphemy. So hopefully it was useful to you. If you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video as much as you will. It really helps the algorithm out. Appreciate it. See you in the next one.